You live alone. You work, you pay your own bills, and somewhere along the way, you became the person in your family who seems stable. Then your phone lights up. The message starts casually, but you already recognize the shape of it before you finish reading. A greeting, a short explanation, then the request. Can you lend me some money until payday? For a few seconds, irritation rises before you can stop it. You wonder why they remembered you now. You wonder if they would have called at all if they didn't need something. Then the guilt arrives. You take a breath, you calm yourself down. You repeat the familiar thought. Money comes and goes, family is family. A few minutes later, you send it. The irritation fades, but the question underneath it doesn't. Do they miss you, or do they remember you because you're useful? This discomfort isn't really about money, and it isn't about being selfish. It's about something quieter. Your role inside the family has shifted, and nobody said it out loud. You're no longer just a son, a sibling, a cousin, a relative. You've become the reliable one. The person expected to absorb the small emergencies because you look more stable than everyone else. Psychologists call this role strain, the pressure that builds when the part you play in a system asks more of you than it gives back. Family researchers describe something related too, a reciprocity imbalance, where one person keeps giving resources while receiving little contact, little curiosity, little care in return. Family bonds carry unspoken expectations of loyalty, but the tension starts the moment loyalty only flows in one direction. Even the calm breath you take before answering can mean two very different things. It might be healthy. I don't want to respond while I'm irritated. I want to choose calmly instead of react. Or it might be something else. I'm not allowed to feel irritated. They're family. Your mind may be erasing the discomfort quickly because sitting with it means facing something harder. That you want to help, but you don't want to feel permanently on call. And here's the part that's easy to miss. The real cost was never the amount of money. It's what starts happening every time their name appears on your screen. Before you even open the message, you brace. A normal notification starts to carry the weight of an obligation. Instead of wondering how they're doing, you wonder what they need this time. Eventually, even the ordinary conversations start to feel suspicious. You catch yourself scanning for the ask hidden inside the small talk. Slowly, you stop feeling like a loved family member and start feeling like an emergency fund with a heartbeat. And because you keep saying yes without ever saying how it actually feels, the resentment has nowhere honest to go. So it attaches itself to them instead. You get irritated by their messages, by their explanations, by their promises to pay you back, even the ones you know they mean. But part of what built that irritation is something you did too. You never let your answer be anything except yes. And that's the quiet tragedy in all of this. Repeated obligation can wear down the very generosity it depends on. You still help, but the help stops feeling warm. It starts feeling like a performance, something you do to avoid becoming the selfish person you're afraid they'd think you are if you ever said no. Here's what's worth holding on to. The irritation doesn't mean you love your family less. It might just mean that part of you wants to be remembered for more than what you can provide. You can believe that money comes and goes and still recognize that your stability isn't an unlimited family resource. You can be generous without treating every request as a loyalty test. And you can say yes sometimes without quietly teaching yourself that saying no would make you a bad person. The difference isn't whether you help, it's whether the help comes from choice or from guilt. Family can matter deeply without having automatic access to everything you have. A boundary doesn't erase love. Sometimes, it's the only thing standing between love and the resentment it would otherwise turn into. So tell me, when was the last time you said yes to someone in your family and knew, even as the words left your mouth, that you didn't really mean it?